Oh, you stole my high chair.
No. Well, you sit taller than I do.
But you stole my high chair.
Ah.
I'll scream like a baby. Hey, we should just start the podcast with that.
It's gonna be really quiet at the beginning, but sure. So, as you folks might have guessed, Sean and I just got back from Boss Baby. DreamWorks Boss Baby.
Yep.
So let's dive into this film.
Let's dive into non-spoilers, because there are some spoilers in here, and if you are going to go see this, we don't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
So, we'll start with non-spoilers, and then we'll come back to the spoilery stuff, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Overall, what is your feeling on this film?
My feeling?
Yes.
Nothing. I feel nothing. I feel a cold, dark void with this movie that this movie left in me. There is nothing in this black pit of my heart.
Okay. I guess...
Okay. No. All right. Joking aside, this...
The movie's fine.
The movie's fine.
I honestly thought it was perfectly fine. That's my totally honest opinion on this film. It's not me, like, being angry and then, like, no, I guess it'll be fine for everyone else. But no, seriously, I think this movie is just fine. It's not good, but it's not bad. It's just fine. If someone wanted to show my future children this movie, I would not get offended and want to kill them or anything.
That's a little extreme.
Well, have you seen some of these movies?
True. Anyway, though, I mean, yeah, this movie, it didn't make me mad, but it also didn't make me laugh. It didn't make me cry. It just kind of was for an hour and a half, and then we went home. And to me, that's almost worse than a movie that makes me angry. Because at least a movie that makes me angry
is more memorable.
There's something to talk about.
There's emotional attachment to that film.
Yeah.
It's all negative emotions, but you're attached to that film now.
But like we said, that doesn't make this movie bad.
No. I mean, if you like this film, that's fine.
Yeah, if you looked at the trailers and you were like, ah, babies.
Alec Baldwin, baby. I am so on board.
I mean, really, the trailer is exactly what the movie is. If, like a lot of times some trailers can be pretty deceiving on what the movie is selling to you. This one, no. Like, if you looked at the trailers and you were like, yes, that is my movie, then go see it. You'll have a great time.
What? A baby and he's a boss? Hijinks ensue. Angry older brother doesn't like his new younger brother who's the boss.
I mean, that one's a little out there, but there's where your comedy comes from. So if that doesn't sound appealing to you, I mean, and this movie isn't probably going to get anyone real invested on an emotional level.
No. I mean, but I don't think that the movie makers really... they knew no one was really going to get invested in this.
If they knew that, though, why do they spend so much time trying to make you feel something for these characters? There's a lot of time set aside and, like, build up for moments that never really pay off in any meaningful way.
I guess that's true. Yeah, there's... I guess a good way to look at this film is it's like a jangling keys in front of a kid to just distract them for a while. But compared to other jangly keys movies, such as Angry Birds, just as an example, this movie actually stops and slows down and does try to pull at your heartstrings a bit here and there.
Right, like I'd say this structurally, this film is like better. Out of the jangling keys films category, it's on the better end of that to, that for each person individually, they'd probably go like, no, actually, I really like this film or whatever.
Mm-hmm. There's, yeah, like we said, there's not really anything to get terribly offended at or anything, and just...
But there's not anything to get you really, like, invested either.
No. Yeah, I mean... yeah, I guess that's our non-spoiler region. I guess now we'll get a little bit more in depth in the movie, and we'll... I mean, some of this stuff might have showed up at trailers and stuff, but now we're just going to kind of talk about the film as a whole and not hold any bars if, like, there's spoilers for things or anything.
Yeah. So this is going to be a much shorter review than our Beauty and the Beast podcast.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you probably could tell already, but this movie didn't really make us feel as much as Beauty and the Beast, and we have not as much investment in being happy or angry about it.
Yeah.
That being said, I did actually smile a few times in this movie. There's actually a scene in the first third of the movie or so where, like, the babies are chasing the boy because he's recorded them talking and he's trying to give it to the parents.
The story in this is really bizarre, by the way.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
We'll go into that in just a second, but
yeah, they, like, just a lot of the hijinks of them trying to chase him around and get these things back, and, like, when it, like, pans to the parents and, like, oh look, the kids are getting along, because, like, the whole thing shot like a crazy action sequence, and then it switches to the parents' point of view, and it's just them kind of dawdling along and
yeah,
stuff.
I mean, that bit has been in the trailers and such.
Oh, it has?
Yeah.
Okay, I have...
So they spoiled that joke.
Well, darn it. I've only seen, like, one trailer for this movie, and that was, like, one of the very first ones, so I'd seen next to nothing of this film.
Okay. Yeah, so, like we said, we're going into spoilers now, so if you don't want to be spoiled, now's the time to leave. But this whole movie is kind of hard to critique, because you get to the end, and even throughout the movie, you can tell this is kind of the direction the movie's going, but when you get to the end of the movie, you find out that the older brother is the one telling the story to his little girl.
Well, I think it was pretty obvious from the beginning
From
that
the
it
beginning,
was the older brother telling the story.
Right.
We just didn't know he was telling it to someone.
Right, but you also can't take the story seriously at all because this kid has a very active imagination. And the parts where you go into it as his imagination stuff had some really pretty color palettes.
Yeah, like, it turned into, like, flash animation and stuff, and it looked good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm glad they actually tried to do different things with this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if that's one good thing to be said about this movie, is, like, they did try to, like,
incorporate
things.
Like some 2D elements and stuff like that. And the film stays very colorful. Also extremely clean. This is another one of those really clean 3D movies.
Yeah, it's like where they didn't have enough time or budget to really make the world feel actually lived in.
Yeah.
Everything's, like, pristine condition. People are,
but
like...
you can also argue that it's like, oh, but it's from the kid's imagination and, like, how he remembers it, and oh, the whimsy. Gosh, the whimsy in this got me a little, like, grossed out.
Yeah, there was a lot of whimsy, especially near the beginning.
Yeah.
Of this kid's flawless childhood.
Yeah, and his parents who read him 3 bedtime stories, 5 hugs,
and his special song.
Yeah, it was like, gag.
It's like, really?
This is...
God, kid, you
laying
are
it on
spoiled.
a little thick.
You are spoiled as fuck. God, I'd be lucky if my parents read me one bedtime story.
Aw, babu. Anyway, though, Yeah, gosh, I don't think my parents ever read me a bedtime story. Yeah, see, okay, now this review is just going to turn into us reminiscing about like, man, our childhood sucked compared to this fictional whimsical asshole.
But, like when I was a kid, I have multiple siblings, and we all just sit and
You gotta share the love.
yeah.
You gotta share the love.
According to this movie, there's only so much love in the world, and babies are losing out on that love from puppies.
Yeah.
And according to their pie chart, I noticed that fish are higher than cats.
Cats, I know.
And only slightly higher than vegetables.
I would have laughed if the movie hadn't, like, bored me into a stupor by that point. God.
And that's the point of the movie, is they gotta make babies more popular than cats.
Than puppies. There's
But
a lot
also, this movie had a lot of different plots going for it.
This movie has a lot going on, and none of the ideas really get fleshed out all the way. I feel like this movie was still heavily in the middle of pre-production when they're like, all right, we're running out of time. It's time to get to production.
It's like, all right, you got this movie figured out, right? Well, actually, we're good enough. Go ahead and go make it now.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right, well.
It's going to be in theaters in 3 months. Go. What?
What? Oh, speaking of being rushed, that pizza.
Oh my God. There is a single rendered pizza in this film, and it is a flat texture.
Yes, please, when you go see this movie, keep an eye for it. It's a scene. You'll know when it's coming up because the parents are asleep on the couch, and the baby and the older brother are talking to each other about like, oh, well, what are we going to do now? Mm-hmm. And they're figuring out their next move.
The scene starts with the baby playing golf. When you see the baby playing golf, you'll know to look for this flat ass
rendered pizza.
This pizza looks like it was rendered by like a
PlayStation 2 in
No, it looks like it was rendered by like a first year like modeling student in art school.
Yeah, I mean, this pizza just looks like a flat surface with a picture of a pizza on top.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's pretty bad. And what's shocking about this is they keep having shots with this pizza
in it.
Yeah, and it's like they just keep going back to that.
They actually have pieces of pizza as props during the scene that they interact with, and they only look slightly better.
They look slightly better.
Slightly better.
It's pretty embarrassing. Overall, I would say the effects animation and like background modeling and stuff in this movie is pretty lacking. Mm-hmm. Yet again, not bad except for the pizza. The pizza's awful, and there's no excuse for why that was in this movie.
Whenever they use liquid, smoke, or goo, that also looks like it's straight out of the budget of like a bad animated film from like early 2000s.
Yeah.
That does not look terribly great either.
Poor DreamWorks. We're kicking them while they're down. They haven't been doing too well lately. We're sorry, DreamWorks.
Hey. We said their movie was fine.
We're sorry, DreamWorks. This is you're a company.
Mm-hmm. You're a company. I realize that you have probably more animators under your.
Well, not lately.
Not lately. It's like, I realize that the animators that you have are being forced to work really, really hard, and there's, like, I obviously feel for you guys. I'm sorry. Darn you, corporate.
Oh, man. So, speaking of DreamWorks, though, I've got my revelation to tell you.
Okay. You said you had a revelation in the car on the way home.
Yeah.
So, what did you see in this movie that I possibly missed?
So the villain of this film is Jeffrey Katzenberg.
Oh my God. Oh my god!
I told you it was brilliant. I had to save it for the podcast.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
I know, right?
The villain is Katzenberg. But no, wait. Are the babies DreamWorks or Disney?
Disney.
Okay.
Because
okay.
Katzenberg worked for Disney first, the babies, and then they kick him out, and then he goes and he makes his own corporation.
About puppies.
About puppies, aka DreamWorks SKG, and then tries and ruins to run down Baby Corps,
which doesn't work.
Which doesn't work. They made Katzenberg the villain of this film, and then had him lose.
His character model even looks kind of like a...
He does. I mean, he's got hair. Katzenberg doesn't, but yeah, there's kind of a resemblance there too.
I mean, there's a thing called
caricature.
A caricature, and this could, with just a couple of adjustments, be a caricature of Katzenberg.
Yeah.
And these are minor adjustments, like changing his hair.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I told you, it's brilliant, isn't
Holy
it?
shit.
The entire time he was going into his backstory, I was like, oh my god. Because, okay, as soon as he came on, I was kind of like, corporations just automatically make me think of Katzenberg, I guess. But I was already kind of feeling like he looked a little like Katzenberg. And then he was going into his backstory, and I was like,
Are you guys making the villain of your movie your boss?
Oh, dear. Well, actually, I don't think Katzenberg... I mean, if I've been reading...
He's had very little to do with the company anymore?
I think he's stepped down.
Oh, okay.
He's not, like, CEO anymore, which is surprising. I don't know why they call DreamWorks SKG anymore, but...
Special thanks,
Katzenberg.
which
was another reason why I laughed.
Okay.
But, yeah, I don't know how much, like... Granted, it's hard to say how much creatively he's been involved in any of his movies, because... I don't know.
Yeah, I guess everybody needs to go find pictures of the villain of this movie and just tell us that isn't Katzenberg.
I mean, it's not a spot-on resemblance.
No.
I don't think all the animators want to get fired.
Yeah. Let's make the villain of our movie the founder of our company.
See, now that I've told you this, our review is just completely derailed.
Oh, yeah. We can't talk about the movie anymore. They just Shrek'd the Shrek.
They just Shrek'd the Shrek. I'm so glad I waited to tell you this.
Oh, yes. This is amazing.
So, I guess, to try and get us back on track, what did you think my revelation might have had something to do about?
I don't know. I didn't think it would be anything that deep. I thought it was going to be some jab at the fact that they're, like, kind of making fun of furries in this movie.
Oh, no. That's... whatever.
Yeah. That just kind of fits into the category of, these are dumb jokes that don't really even work on their own.
Yeah, we're going to make fun of furries, cross-dressing, dumb parents.
Dumb parents, Elvis impersonators.
Elvis impersonators.
Rich people? Or airlines?
There's some insultingly like
just
ways
straight
that
up
they like get around airline security that I'm like, wow, if this movie was made 10 years ago, that wouldn't fly.
Nope. But no, I mean, like the one joke I was talking about was like, whoa, what is this area? This is first class. But why is it so empty? 'Cause no one can afford it.
Yeah.
It's like, ha,
I'd laugh
poor.
if I wasn't sad.
I'd laugh if I wasn't so incredibly poignantly true. Everyone is poor.
Yeah. Oh, and let's see here.
Gandalf the Clock.
Yeah. Gandalf the Clock. Yeah, Gandalf the Clock is a character in this movie. There's a lot of pop culture references in this movie. So I guess that's one thing the trailer doesn't warn you about. If you're someone like me who's like, wow, pop culture references are boring and unoriginal and not funny, be prepared. There's a lot of them in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gandalf the Clock literally, like, says every
Just
other line.
spouts
is like,
Gandalf lines for no reason.
Now flee, now fly, you fools, and
Fly, you fools,
shall not
and
pass.
You shall not pass.
you shall not pass. He literally says that line like 4 or 5 times.
Wake up, you
And
halflings.
nobody in the audience laughed at anything it said.
Nope.
And he has more speaking lines than the parents in this movie.
Yeah, which is... Oh my god. Ugh. That's weird. I kind of like the character models of the parents, though.
They were fine.
I said character models like it was a video game.
I mean, they are character models. They're character designs, though.
That's true.
That'd be
Yeah, I
more
was like-
the term you would say.
Yeah. I enjoyed their designs.
The art direction in this was good.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Gosh, there's just
I don't
like...
know if Tennille's going to cut out these long silences, but we're having difficulties coming up with anything to say.
There's just not a lot to say for this movie other than Katzenberg is the villain. And that's the only takeaway you really need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know if anything I can say can top that. Nothing at all. You win this round, you. Okay, so we've seen 3 movies now. We can kind of put them in an order.
And one of them doesn't even count as an animated film because it's live action.
Doesn't matter. We watched it this year and we made a video and released it on the interwebs. We're counting it in our review score
Fine.
thing. So, yeah. Right now, I think ours are the exact same.
I don't know. I might shock you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can't be surprised by that. I don't know what I'm saying. Lego Batman is my personal favorite movie of the year so far that we've seen of the 3.
Yeah.
And then this
Agreed.
film. And then Boss Baby. And then Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, see, on terms of quality, I completely agree with you.
Okay.
As far as actually wanting to watch any of these films again,
Okay.
I'd rather watch the remake of Beauty and the Beast again. Because Boss Baby makes me feel nothing.
Okay.
In Beauty and the Beast remake, I could see myself popping in, putting it on with a bunch of other friends in the room and going, oh my god, let's all shit on this movie! Hurrah!
Okay, so you're saying Lego Batman and then Beauty and the Beast and then Boss Baby.
Right. If we're talking about movies that I'd watch again.
Okay.
If we're talking about, quality, I definitely agree with you. I think Boss Baby is second.
Yeah. It's like I kind of have like this internal scale that's like bad, not or terrible, bad, not good, fine, good, great, awesome.
It's a lot of scales. But yeah.
Hey, it's only 7.
Yeah.
7. It's fine. This movie is fine. Lego Batman is a good film. It's probably even great. I would say it's great.
I'd say it's good.
And then Beauty and the Beast remake.
Terrible.
Yeah. It's either terrible or right there next to bad.
Yeah.
But yeah. For me, all 3 movies are vastly far apart on my scale.
Yeah.
I'm sure as we see more of these movies that come out, such as Despicable Me 3 and...
oh my god, yeah, the previews we saw today.
Oh, yeah. So we saw a Despicable Me 3 trailer. Mm-hmm. That looks like a Despicable Me movie.
Yep.
I've seen the first 2. They were both fine.
Yeah.
Kind of good. Like, the first one I thought was probably good. The second one was fine. This one looks like it's probably also fine. Minions movie was terrible.
Yeah. Screw the Minions.
There, that was my review of those 3 movies. I guess we also saw the Cars 3 trailer again.
Oh man, Cars 3. How I love thee.
I guess
Every time I see that fucking trailer, I get more excited for it.
I guess I should explain. Our theater is very small, so they get the first teaser trailer for a movie, and that's the only trailer they ever show. They will never show newer, updated trailers for the movies. So we still have the
Lightning
McQueen is
eating
dying.
shit.
Yeah, Lightning McQueen dies trailer.
I still think that's the only trailer there is right now.
No, they've kind of had like an expanded one now.
Have they?
Yeah.
Aren't those just like sneak peeks?
No, I think there was an actual. I think there was another one that was technically a trailer that was more so just going into the new cars.
But those were
I think it had more of an
peeks.
extended cut
Trailer?
of that bit. And it actually was saturated like the film we expect will actually be, as compared to like hyper realistic that trailer is.
Oh my god, I love that trailer so much. And by the way, I love it in a completely ironic way, so... Yep.
We also saw the
Smurfs trailer again.
trailer.
We talked about that during Lego Batman. It was the same trailer.
Yeah. Again, because our theater doesn't get different trailers, and I don't know if there is a different trailer for that movie.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so...
Did it say a release date on that one?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Either
we
way...
know that the Despicable Me is in June.
June, so that's just a couple months away. I'm wondering if there's anything before that.
I'm guessing Smurfs is going to be before that.
I mean, we don't have the list here in front of me. We can...
Yeah.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
We'll find out and go see another movie at some point.
Yep. So we don't know what's next, but we'll be back whenever it's here.
Whenever another animated film comes out that is at our local theater, we'll go see it.
We really picked a bad year to start doing this.
Yes, we did. But we started with a great film, so okay.
Yep. Even though I haven't even seen Despicable Me 2, right now I'm looking forward to Despicable Me 3 because it looks like the best thing we're going to see in a while for this year.
Yup, because what else do we have coming out this year? Besides those, we also have the Emoji Movie.
Yeah.
We have supposedly Croods 2.
Oh, shoot me.
We have Coco, which looks like it'll probably be good, but that's like the end of the year.
Yeah. There's a couple of solid films that look like they're going to be... that are going to be coming out, but they're coming out at the end of the year. So...
Yup.
Well...
Alright.
That's been the podcast. Go see Boss Baby. Or don't. Tell me if you had feelings or not. Tell me what you think about my Jeffrey Katzenberg theory. Have a good one, everyone. See you later.
Bye.